Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening, folks? How we doing today? It is Monday. So you know what that means. We are tuned in to another episode of I.O.W. Sports. It's episode 323. We're going to take a break from our NFL draft preview. That's code word for I couldn't find an interview. But either way, regardless.
I'm here. You do my boy.
Nobody want to talk to Jesse. We ain't got time for that.
Fuck up, man. No one want to talk about women's basketball, but you squeeze that shit in every day.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Because it's anyway.
Oh my God, Angel Reese waved at somebody when they fouled out. Oh my God, lead story on I.O.W. featuring Lamar.
We as you can tell, big homie Nick Shine is in the building. The big homie Detroit Mel is in the building, of course. I'm your host, Wildcard Mar. We here, man. We're gonna talk some sports for sure. Like I said, we're gonna take a break from our NFL draft preview. I guess we could talk Jets if need be. But look, please do us a favor. Go on over to I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, most importantly, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word what we got going on.
All right.
And hey, tap in and join the combo. Say y'all. How we doing today, fellas? What's going on, man?
Good, man. Good. Same old, man. Trying to make $1.15.
Hey, that's what it's called. Nick is filming on location. He's in Richmond, Virginia.
Right.
Oof. Hey, man.
Trying to keep myself on this side of the bars.
Right, just show my inner cityness.
Oh, is there more behind? I thought you were going to say something else.
Thug life.
Oh.
So I'm about getting this paper.
Getting that paper.
Am I saying these things right? I don't know. It sounds like
Think of random words.
I was about to say
just random phrases I've heard on
that paper. That's it.
Hey, whatever you do.
Is that what you niggas say?
Hey.
Whoa. Whatever you do, don't be too curious out there in Richmond. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, don't be too curious.
I already had to help a crackhead get in a room. I checked in last night at 6:30. You know how you take the room key and you hold it up to the door and it goes bloop?
Yeah.
She's taking the key
trying to slide
and yelling help because she's trying to swipe it on the top of the thing. And I look at her, I go, no, you're doing it wrong. You got to swipe it slower. And then she tried it. She's like, it's still not working. I'm like, oh, you have to wipe all the residue off the card. And then she wiped it like on her thigh. I was like, no, now just hold it up to it. I go, there, you got everything off. Now it works.
So you had the most craziest interaction in the world, huh?
Dude, that Richmond train station's dope. You saw that picture of the clock tower? It looked like Back to the Future out there, man. That's a dope train station.
Man, crackhead are the hood roaches.
That's fine. I speak well to anybody. I could talk to you, dumbass. I could talk to anyone.
Anyway.
I'm in my comfort.
I'm hood decoration. What's a hood without crackheads? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's like having Christmas with no tree, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
A cracker and a crackhead is just a few letters off. We're very close.
Hey, them shits go hand in hand.
They do. We're cousins. We're real close.
I can't.
Cracker, crackhead, Caucasian, they're all in the same category.
Shout out to my bro Rod, man. Tap in with Rod Uncensored.
The views expressed by Nick Shine
are pretty similar to those.
I gotta tell you though, I have been hit on. One took my information, as you guys know. Yesterday, I texted you right away because I was so proud. Two sisters of color have already hit on me. One offered me to get me a shot downstairs when I was waiting for my dinner last night. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't drink. You can have it. I wanted to buy it for you. That's all right. Go ahead. I'll watch you do it and then just walk away. By the time you put your head down, I'll be gone.
I can't. I get. For those who are not who are new to the show, man, we like to shoot the shit a little bit before we get to talking in the sports. What up, Rod? Man, shout out to my boy Rod Uncensored. Tap in with his content on YouTube, and make sure you tune in tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Graveyard Shift. We'll have a dope show lined up for you guys. But hey. All right, so let's get into it, man.
I wanted to real quick. Let me just chime in with that. if I was still in the game, I could go down the hall and they would have some dope lined up for me too. So the lady getting in that room, I left at 5:40 this morning to go down for the shuttle, man. That TV was blasting. I was like, oh yeah, they've been blasting lines all night.
Damn. Oh man, that's party for real. But hey, so let's talk about the hottest thing in the world. NFL is going through some rule changes. And the most okay, let me take my opinions out of it, but and I'll give them in a second. The most rule that everybody's talking about is the hip drop tackle. And for those who are not familiar with the hip drop tackle, this is pretty much a video that was shared at the NFL owners and coaches meeting to describe the now banned tackle, and now comes with a 15-yard automatic first down penalty. So this is pretty much the video and everything that they had shown if it decides to play on Twitter. So Elon Musk, man, you got to get your shit together, bro. I don't know what's going on with it. It's acting a little funny, huh?
Come on, Elon.
Come on, Elon. Come on, Elon. Get right.
Elon.
All right. Looks like Elon is not agreeing with me. Either way. For those who
will fucking kill
the hip drop tackle. If you need some reference, look at look at the tackle that took out Tony Pollard, caused his injury, the injury to Mark Andrews. When he was tackled by the Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Luke Wilson. So those are some references right there. I'm gonna go to you, Nick. I kind of want to hear your opinion on the ban of this tackle and now being accessed a 15-yard automatic first down penalty. So, go ahead, give me your thoughts, man. Does that thing come with a clitoris?
It is the simplification of football. You can't hit high. You can't hit low. You can't hit from behind. You can't hit with your. You can't hit. It just sounds like a bad marriage. It's just okay, missionary. We just have to look at each other. That's it. Nothing exotic. Push me in the shoulders and I'll fall down. Like. Here's what it is. The NFL offensive scoring was down last year, and they're going to find any way they can to adjust any rule that they can to get more offense. And I think that's what this leads to. They want more scoring. The defensive players have an advantage now with the size and the speed and the athleticism. You have guys playing defensive tackle that started with the Aaron Donald, and now you got everyone up to Chris Jones and Wilkins and Simmons and Williams. You got so many big guys who can move, and they don't want to give them any more advantage. And I think that's all it comes down to, be completely honest with you. Like, you can look at the play itself, but I'm looking bigger picture. And my first thought is it's just another way to prevent the defense from getting off the field.
So you don't think it has anything to do with safety? Like they're
masking it as safety. They're masking it as safety to inhibit the defense from making plays. What are you supposed to do if you're behind the guy? You can't tackle him. You can't horse collar him. You can't grab him by the waist. Next, you're not going to be able to trip him. What are you supposed to do? Like, just answer that, NFL.
Let's put some flags on these motherfuckers and call that day.
Say again.
Let's put some flags on these motherfuckers and call that day.
It's just another way to get fines also.
I mean, it's like we playing tag out here, two-hand tag, or flag football. It's stupid, man. Because
I don't like it. I just think because one guy got hurt on something, like Tom Brady got hurt, hitting below the knee, so that penalty got enforced. I don't know. It's becoming less and less fun to watch the game and watch the people who are in charge of the game make it pussy. It's pussification of the NFL. Like, that's it.
Pussification.
Yeah, write that down. We don't need to put that in the I.O.W. library book.
Have you never heard that before? I never said that on there.
Of course, I've heard it. I just, we're coming up with the I.O.W. Isms. So
Right. Yeah.
doing it right now. Go ahead, Mel.
Let me get out my rash medicines. I'm about to agree with this motherfucking Nick.
Ooh.
I agree, man. I think that, here's the thing. I think I say this all the time, everything must evolve. So I don't have a problem with stuff evolving, but it has to evolve where it makes sense. It has to evolve where you still have good entertainment. And if I'm a cornerback, little cornerback, 190, trying to take on a big guy
like Derrick Henry,
I got to use what I can to get him down. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't use my momentum. I'm gonna use my momentum and take him down, which is the hip tackle, so to speak. That's my advantage. That's the only thing I have. So now you're taking that away from me. How am I supposed to tackle him?
I guess you're just supposed to.
I mean, you weak. That's where your weakest point is, around that area anyway. So that's how you get your advantage.
Exactly.
When you're tackling somebody. Up here is where your strength is at, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm using generalization, but up here is where you're stronger at. If I'm coming at somebody like Derrick Henry, I can get him down if I'm on a little cornerback by tackling him up high.
Trying to face up on him.
Yeah, I gotta go down where his legs at, or waist, whatever you want to say, and tackle him. I think this is so stupid. It doesn't make sense at all. If you ever played the game and you try to tackle somebody coming full speed, that's what I need to do. Put these commissioners out there, tackle this guy, show me how you're supposed to do it, and let them see how hard it is to try to tackle somebody coming full speed at you. They'll change their mind about a lot of stuff.
Well, not just full speed. So here's my biggest gripe about the banning of the tackle, the hip drop tackle. Here's the thing. I don't think there's coaches out there coaching this. I don't think there is, because you don't coach that. I think what it is that it just happens that, okay, because if you look at every position, these players, the ball carrier is ahead. They're already ahead of you.
Right.
So you're trying to get them, and their momentum is going that way. You're behind them and trying to get them down. Right. And how do you stop all that force and momentum? Now we're talking about physics. Right. How do you get that momentum to stop going that way and get them to the ground? Is to take your momentum and your body weight into, because you're not intending to hurt these guys. And I think that's well, yeah, but you're not intending to hurt them.
Right.
So what are we gonna do next? What's the next thing? If an offensive tackle like Trent Williams pulls, he's not allowed to hit a cornerback because he might hurt him, because the physics of someone his size running can hurt somebody smaller. Like, where do we draw the line to being bitches?
Stop. Right.
Play the fucking game or don't play the fucking game.
The game is a violent game.
You know what the game is. You know that you're going to tackle somebody. Like the players union, fucking toughen the fuck up, man. Don't hit me. Don't tackle me. You can't tackle me if I'm trying to catch it. You can't tackle me if I'm trying to run it. Shut the fuck up. Be a man and play defense.
Well, here's the thing where I think a lot of things gets misconstrued with them trying to make the game of football safe. Now, it was one thing taking the headshots out. I can get with that.
I get that's fine.
I can get with the unnecessary blows to a person's head area, because we now of the information, the concussion. I understand that. I'm okay with that. Right. But when it comes to this particular tackle, even the players are somewhat against it. I haven't heard one player in favor of this. I think where I'm at is that this is a rule changed by the competition committee. And I think people need to understand that the competition committee of the NFL is made up of executives. We're talking about owners, GMs, people, presidents. We're talking about people who are not coaches, not players. And more times than not, they're not people who've made it to that level of or even played football. Not because I think that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Some of these executives in positions in the NFL, they've had business backgrounds or real estate backgrounds or attorneys.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily football people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have people who are not football people making decisions about football, you get the results of things like this, in my opinion. Because this is not a rule change based off of football. I think this is a rule change based off of the fact that, hey, GMs, owners, when you see a player get hurt because he got tackled in that certain way, say, oh man, he's out for 8 months.
For a minute, I got the hospital phone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. He goes, where's my ROI? And for those who don't know business, where's my ROI?
What's up, Wild Wave?
What's good, Wild Wave?
Right.
Where's my return on investment? Now I can't get my return on investment. I didn't pay $12 million for this running back a year. He's hurt. He's out for 8 months because he got hip drop tackled. You know, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones, because here's the thing. This was unanimously voted by the competition committee. Again, made up of executives, not coaches, not players. I'm not a fan of. Look.
And no, another thing I don't like too. I think when we implement a rule like this, that's that people use so much. I think it should be some kind of graduational period in there where they don't automatically get a 15-yard penalty, get a warning or something. Because it's got just like what was that rule they changed? The tackling rule.
Well, for instance, the horse collar.
Or the horse collar. Well, that horse collar is more of an instinctive thing than more of a technique. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody running, you just reaching out trying to grab them.
Yeah, you're trying to get them down.
That you can change versus like when they talking about leading with your helmet, but like for instance, they had a rule. A lot of people, because when I learned how to tackle, you come down
with your helmet. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You come down and you lift up with your momentum and take them down. That's the first thing they teach you when you learn how to tackle. So now you got to kind of come with your head up. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while to get adjusted to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the same thing with this. This is something you're used to doing when they run past you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to grab them, take your momentum, and this is like they're saying. We use Derrick Henry because he's the most prolific one when it comes in the league now. When it comes to being big and strong, he running past you. You trying to grab him down. If you're a little person or smaller than him. You trying to take his momentum going forward, your momentum going backward, and use that to bring him down.
Yeah,
that's instinct.
Yeah,
I got you.
I just think it's instinct too.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
So I mean, is there a way to no? That rule's in there. Once
that's it. It passed.
Yeah, once the competition committee votes on it, which they only need 3/4 approval of the 31 owners.
And isn't the NFL players rep a part of the competition committee? Don't they have representatives on there or no?
No, the NFL competition committee is made up of NFL execs, GMs from each 32 teams. So it can be an owner, it can be a vice president, GM, but that's what makes up the competition committee. None of them are coaches, none of them are players. And I think that's why I have an issue with this rule being implemented.
We agree with you, man. We agree with you.
It is because, and look,
that's a bachelor's degree of science. You're right.
Look, I understand I think where I'm at is because you want to say, hey, let's make the game safer, but NFL was always a violent sport. How far can you go? And to Nick's point, how far do you go? Where's the line? Where is the medium of safety and still football?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. What you gonna do? Wrap it around and bubble wrap and play? I mean, I understand being safe, but is you trying to make something safe in a sport that's already violent? And don't get me wrong, I prefaced that earlier when I said I understand stuff that makes sense. I understand evolving from where we used to be to make it a better which they have. They better product on the field.
They've done that.
And people can play longer. I understand all that.
And they've done that. They've evolved the NFL long to I think all three of us are old enough to know that where the NFL was,
right,
where they are now is a complete evolution. Especially when it comes to safety, especially when it comes to certain things like the concussions, how they handle it, how they, they will keep a player out for almost weeks before they will insert them back into a football game. They are finding teams. Their teams are getting in trouble if you are not properly taking care of the concussion situation. They are taking away draft picks for it. They are fining you big money. So we understand where the NFL was and where they are now. I'm just not a fan of the fact that because if you look at the tackle, it's literally just defenders trying to bring the ball carrier down to the ground. And I hate when people say, well, it's a clear message that the NFL wants you to tackle, but do it safely. That's an oxymoron. We are in a violent sport. What are you talking about? Do it safely. There is no way. And here's my biggest gripe. You can teach a player to be in position. You can. But you can't teach a player to be in position every single play for 60 minutes for 17 plus games in a whole season, plus a playoff run to make the properly formed tackle every time.
Right.
It is impossible. So now here's my thing. I think now defenders should be the highest paid players in the NFL because you're making the job harder.
Yeah, but now they're doing less because they can't tackle. They should be paid less.
Hey, that's just like regular business.
Imagine having a kicker who can't kick. What's the point of having a defender who can't defend?
Kicker with no legs.
I mean, so my biggest gripe about this is like, what do you do now when a defender gets past you? You just let him go? I mean,
good question. It's horse collar.
No, well, because you can't horse collar. There's a 15-yard penalty. There's a fine. Now you can't hip drop tackle because they deemed it illegal. What do? Do you just swipe at their feet and hope they fall? Do you just hope that the ball carrier has a terrible equilibrium? Do you just do you do the Lance Stevenson and hope that you blew enough hot ass breath that they fall over? What do you do? That is my biggest question to the competition committee. What do you do as a defender now?
I ain't thought that far out, man.
I'll tell you what I do.
What would you do?
I go cheap shot the shit out of the quarterback time and time again. Because if I'm getting 15 fucking yards,
make it work.
Make it work. I'm a fucking level Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. I'm going to blindside the fuck out of everybody. Because if you call one of those on me, I'm going to be like, all right, now watch what I do. You want to see what a real 15-yard penalty looks like? Watch this late hit. That's not a 15-yard penalty.
So let me ask you fellas this. I don't think it, just because they're making it a penalty now, I don't think it automatically leaves the game right away.
Oh, that's
There's
not.
going to be the off-season symposiums that they do. They'll have the team safety and the coaches, the defensive coaches will go to an educational thing where then they'll get taught and they'll go back and their job is to teach the players. Listen, if Tyreek Hill is about to turn the corner and he's about to take one all the way down the sideline, I'm going to take him down any way I can because I'd rather get that 15 than give up the 6.
So I'm going to take what you said. All right. They're going to have the symposium, have the defensive coordinators teach them how to properly, safely tackle now. Right. All right. So let's roll with that.
Right.
You coach. Matter of fact, you coach the defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
Help us out. Help us understand how you're going to tackle now.
I guess they're going to ask you to drive through. Like instead of grabbing and pulling down, drive through the tackle and drive the guy forward. And what? The guy then falls forward on his neck. He snaps his neck, and then you can't do that. So I don't know. It's
that makes sense.
Here,
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I got the bed over here. I got that sex bed. That's the bed for me to sleep in. That sex bed. Notice it's unruffled. I will show you with a pillow what to do. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's just and now I saw a tweet earlier. I'm not really allowed to use the phone during class, but during breaks I was taking a look, and I forget who tweeted it. But you're asking officials who already are too much of a blame in the NFL to now take on more of a burden on decisive calls that can change a game. Like, what are we doing here? Like, do we just want drama? Is it like the housewives of the NFL? What the fuck are we doing? Like, you know damn well these guys already fuck up a lot. They miss calls on every play, whether it's a holding, a backside block, whatever. They miss shit all the time. And now you're going to put the more emphasis and more weight on their whistle? Or
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. You bring up an excellent point. So say, you know, quote unquote, it fits the criteria of a drop hip tackle. Now you're making judgment calls on that if it fits the criteria or not.
Is it reviewable? Like, how far are they going with this?
Personal
foul. It's a personal foul. 15 yards is the personal foul, right? Yeah. Aren't personal fouls reviewable? Aren't they looking to see if it's not? But let's also add this to that, Wild Wave. Let's also add this to that. Tom Brady bitches about it now, but Tom Brady was the loudest one crying for every fucking flag when that little bitch played the game. And he cried so goddamn much that his wife went and fucked the pool boy or the yoga instructor instead of him. She went to a yoga instructor to get a better man.
I can't.
It's never too soon in the day to shit on Tom Brady.
Oh, never. But look, I mean, look, that's I didn't even, until you brought that up, I just never looked at it that way. So it's like I'm just like, how?
All right, hold on. We got a tweet from Mike Garofalo at the meetings from Giants president CEO John Mara saying it was on the hip drop tackle is a tactic we had to get out of the game. The kickoff proposal, if we can twist some arms tonight, maybe we'll take another vote. It's a 2.5-minute video, but that was like the main excerpt in the tweet. So,
yeah, I did see the kickoff rule that they trying to get passed, which isn't different. If you guys saw the XFL and how they did their kickoffs, that's what they're trying to implement, which I have no problem with, because it is promoting them to actually have kickoffs instead of just touchback. They're actually trying to, that rule. See, it goes back to what you said, Mel. Balance. What rules make sense that can energize entertainment or energize offense or special teams or defense, or trying to, spark something that you get more of in the game. That sparks more special teams inclusion into the football game. I have no problem with that. Because you did kill two birds with one stone. You can say, hey, it's safer. And you can say, hey, we energize special teams. You kill two birds with one stone, that's fine. But with this one, don't tell me it's for safety when we know it's really not. You can't tell me it's for safety. Yes, you're saying, no. Be honest and tell us that it's for the fact that, hey, my guy got tackled. He got hurt.
Right.
And I'm just wasting $12 million. I got no investment in it no more. Just say that. Just say that. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, I think we're all three grown enough and capable to understand that this is still a business.
A business.
I understand that. And if you want to still, we can still talk business with us, but don't mask to say that this is for safety of football when we know it's for the actual benefit of the business part of it.
Right.
Don't sell that to me. I'm not an idiot. That's the thing. Was what pisses me off with
right.
Rules.
Don't shit my hand and call it meatloaf.
Thank you.
That's it.
Hey man, I don't judge how you cook.
Thank you.
I feel that football's becoming like America. We're just making rules to protect the weak.
So I mean, it's like you can't continue. But the problem is that we're still going to consume the product, and then we'll be back on the podcast, and then we'll still have others, bitch and moan about this rule or that rule, and it may not necessarily be us, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably watch a game next year where they'll have this will come into effect next year at some point in time. It's going to happen in a crucial moment where you're like damn.
You're gonna win the game off the penalty.
Put them in position to win the game off that penalty.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
Can't wait. Bart Scott.
So exciting. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's another rule change. Now you're allowed to get 3 challenges, and it was actually brought up by you guys in Detroit, man. You guys suggested
they want more challenges than they want field goal attempts. I want to challenge this spot because I want to be 3 2/3 yards away, not 3 3/4. We need an extra foot to go for this. We don't do shit.
So basically, the original rule was you got to get 2 challenges correct to get a 3rd one. Now they're just giving you 3. You just got to get one of them right. So you can. So pretty much they're giving you an opportunity to get 3 now, regardless of whether you got both of them right or not. All you got to do is get one correct. So don't quote me on that. That's what I saw with that rule change. I have no issue with it. Challenges, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is.
You challenge and get it right. You're basically getting 2 for free because now you get you don't have to worry about being cautious with the second one and saving it. How many times do you see that? Oh, this should get overturned. Are they going to challenge it? No, they want to hang on to it in case it lasts late. A bigger play further down the road. But sometimes there's a game-changing play with 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially since the offense can't score and they have to change all the rules.
Well, they're already changing it for the offense. What? And to Wild Boy's point, what is it saying to the defense? It's saying you don't matter. Your safety don't matter. That's I think that's a part of the conversation that needs to be had too. They're not saying about the defensive side. We don't care about your safety. Just like the point you brought up, Nick, when Trent Williams brings his big ass coming barreling on a tackle pull.
I know we're a sports show, but sometimes things happen in the world that kind of overlap, and we discuss it.
Yeah,
they're raiding P. Diddy.
Yeah, shit just got real. The feds in all the cribs. 50 Cent posted, damn, they got the kids in cuffs. Federal government raids home.
Hey, man, hold on. You mean the kids he fucking? Or?
Well, he had them in cuffs.
Oh,
now,
okay.
The feds just have the people in the home in cuffs. I just want to clarify that.
I just want to make sure, what we talking about.
All I know is that they used to call him Puffy. Now they call him Cuffy.
Oh, man. I can't with you guys. That's ridiculous.
He bringing new mini too.
Because we won't cuff.
Cuffing and fucking.
And we can't cuff.
This is for cuffing, not fucking.
We're going to cuff.
Oh man, I can't. But no, man, it's
find me all up in the cuff.
I can't. Hey man, I'm gonna leave my my take on that whole puppy situation. I'm gonna put that somewhere else because I do not want to get this canceled. So, what I will say is,
and he killed Biggie.
Hey.
Why? Because Biggie wasn't down with that shit.
Hey, probably so. Hey, at the end of the day, if he did it, he deserves all the punishment in the world. Because we all have kids. We don't play. We don't play that shit.
Hold on. If you know what the punishment in jail is for doing that to kids, he's embracing the punishment.
Oh, that's all?
He's gonna go in there and be like, my turn.
Hey, yeah.
I thought y'all really gonna do something.
Yeah.
No, bro.
This happens more at the MTV Music Awards, and it's worse there than it is in jail.
You're like, little Nicky, we hit her with the pineapple. Like, no,
I can't.
it's too small.
I can't. I'm gonna play this real quick before we move on from the hip drop tackle. This is from Pat McAfee's show.
Tackle. Okay. We're bitching about the hip drop tackle. Okay, that's what we're doing as ex-players. AJ, all-time leading tackler for Green Bay, is actually disgusted by it. He's not the only one. A lot of football players are that played on the defensive side of the ball. When something like this gets passed, the immediate thought is, well, they can make stats up for anything. Like once they ban this, then there'll be another form of tackle that's like, hey, this tackling form is actually 40% more likely to injure. Is there a fear in the conversation at all about like, we're just kind of letting this kind of get away from what football is? Is that even talked about, you think?
You know, I'll say this, that I know it passed, they said unanimously, but I spoke to some teams that weren't in favor of this and didn't love the sounds of it. And I just think it's the league's continuing efforts to do what it can to make what's an unsafe sport a little bit safer, or to try to make it safer. It's going to make the jobs of the defensive players infinitely more difficult because, AJ, how many times would you say you deployed a hip drop tackle?
Why'd you unweight yourself?
I never heard the term until about 6 months ago, Shefty, so I have no clue how many times I did that.
Wow. And it's got to be a weird thing, right? If you're a player out there and you're trying to think about how to not tackle a guy like that, it's just not a natural act.
So what are you supposed to say? You're in the room with these people. Ask them. The next time old buddy walks by, say, so what are we supposed to – so they're supposed to ride him down to the ground? That's what they're supposed to do, like it's a bulldog in the WWE. Grab him by the waist. Hey, we're going down. Are they supposed to trip him? No, I can't trip. No. Can't trip somebody. Yeah. What are you supposed to do?
And no horse collar allowed either.
So you got to run.
That's not allowed.
So are we dolphining like in front of them to try to trip like with our bodies? Like, has there been I assume this is going to get massively loud whenever the season starts. We're bitching.
Gotta love some Pat McAfee in the crew. Hey, you're AJ Hawk there. That guy has made Pro Bowls, played in NFL numerous years, made plenty of tackles. He's never heard the term till this past season. So he was just making tackles. I mean, you heard Adam Schefter there. You're trying to make an unsafe game safer. Hey, anyway.
You should know that shit sounds stupid.
It's like expecting Puff Daddy to use a condom.
or say no.
Or say no, right.
Already dirty and
no.
Well, you know what they say, can't get a dude pregnant.
Boom, boom.
Damn, there it is. But
butt warming, sir.
I'm adapting to my new surroundings. I'm trying to get in touch with my inner cities, though. I've been a suburb guy my whole life. Now I got to spend 4 weeks.
Yeah, man. But
trying to be more gangster with my commentary.
Let's get to this part. Obviously, we remember the Eli Manning situation.
Matt now here.
There's been talks of a Caleb Williams situation where he might kind of persuade on where he wants to get drafted from. I want to play this clip. It's from $1 Million Worth of Game. Obviously, Gillian Rollo. They were talking with Dion, and he had this to say about possibly some holding out of Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders next year in the draft. Let's take a listen.
Draft. Where do you predict Shedeur and Travis going in the draft?
Oh, God.
Top 4.
Ooh, that's pretty beautiful.
Anywhere from 1 through 4. One of them is going to be 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of them is going to be
speaking into existence.
And the latter one would not go behind 4. Now, all this is subjective because I know where I want them to go.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget Shallow, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that ain't gonna happen.
Okay, you on point.
It's gonna be it's gonna be an Eli.
So that as a new term coin is gonna be an Eli. Go ahead, man. Any thoughts and opinions what Prime had to say about possibly picking where Shedeur or Travis Hunter goes in the draft next year to certain cities?
I have no problem with it. Now, would they be in the top 4? I don't know about that, Dion. That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah. We're not having that discussion.
That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
But him saying that, I mean, Eli Manning set the precedence.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, Eli set the precedent, but we also got to remember Jim Kelly
did.
Did it.
Well,
Jim Kelly to a certain extent did it. He went to the USFL instead of going to the NFL first. So we've seen
too, right?
Yeah, so we've seen precedents of quarterbacks doing it before Eli. It's just
Eli made it famous.
He's the most recent one.
Recent one, and he's the one that everybody coined the phrase on.
Yeah.
So we just say that. So I mean, those people who was with Eli keep that same energy with Deion. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If y'all was like, oh, it's cool, Eli do it. Keep that same energy with Deion. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I ain't like it when Eli did it.
Yeah.
Me personally, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you was rocking with Eli and said Eli was cool with it, keep that same energy.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't have a problem with it as far as that.
Yeah.
But I think like overall, anybody, you get drafted somewhere, you should go. Period. I mean, now you start opening up more and more of Pandora's box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, well, I don't want to go to Chicago, or I don't want to go. That's where you drafted at.
Yeah.
You have to go where you drafted, play there, unless there's a deal or trade to be made. Now, if you do that, you know, that's just part of the game, part of the business. But just like protesting, I'm not going.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, if you roll with Eli and you see it was cool, Eli, keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Your face is like you're on some bullshit, but go ahead.
Who the fuck is dumb enough to draft a safety in the top 4?
I mean, that's a whole other discussion, though. To me,
I mean,
I don't disagree with you on that. I don't think neither one of them are worth top 4. I think Shador needs some work. Travis Hunter is straight, but top 4. I don't know. Top
Hunter.
4.
I thought he was talking about his son.
He's talking about all 3 of them. He said Hunter, Shador, and Shiloh.
He was referring to all 3.
Yeah,
but I think it's a consensus that Shador and Travis would probably, in his mind, would be top 4.
Right.
Now, Shador playing quarterback, here's the thing. We can't act like Shador can't go top 4 because he plays quarterback. And obviously, you being the draft guy, Nick, I mean, I haven't looked at next year's draft because I've been focusing on this one. I don't see it.
It don't have nothing to do. It don't have nothing to do with him playing in Colorado. It has nothing to do with him playing in Jackson State. It has to do with he doesn't pass the eye test to me when I watch him play. Does he have skill? Is he talented?
His mechanics are flawed.
Yes.
He's too comfortable looking to run. Now, I get it. He didn't have a great offensive line, right? And that does strike fear into quarterbacks. And if you do have that ability to escape and maneuver, you're going to take it because you're not going to stand there and get your fucking head blown off, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's only if you're interviewing for a boy band membership with P. Diddy. That's when you get your head
making a band.
Different type of gun, though. Different type of gun. Same size.
A whole different thing when we said making a band.
Same color, fully loaded Magnum coming right at your face.
No, sir. Stop with the. Whoa.
I'm just saying, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, right. Allegedly.
No, because you kept saying blow.
Coming next on Puff Daddy's MTV, making the band. What do we have? Kids and cups.
No,
right there, call him Puff Daddy.
Sorry, getting back to my hatred for Dion and Puff Daddy. They're very close together. The hatred for these two. Listen, Dion is a hype train. Dion's a hype train, and he's going to try to plant the seed and hype these kids up all year long. He is a motivator. He is he's also recruiting now. So he's trying to tell kids who might come here, we might get 3 going this early. So you want to sell that hype, right? To the next class of kids coming in.
I don't have a problem with it.
Which was fine, but I can't take it seriously right now. Like, come on. If you have 3 top 4 talents in the NFL or in college going into a draft, maybe you can win fucking 3 games in your conference. But I don't know. That's just me. If you got a top quarterback, top quarterbacks find ways to win game. If you got a top 4 safety and a top 4 cornerback, you should find ways to stop the other team every once in a while. But whatever. I really don't have much interest in talking about Deion in March.
No, I mean,
it's what Deion does. Like it's Deion finds a way to get Deion and his kids talked about. And this is that lull now. Free agency died down. So what do you do?
Fair.
Talk about us again.
To be fair, it's not just his kids. He hypes the program up.
Yeah,
he does, but he's hyping. When I say his kids, I mean his players.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just trying to make clarity for people who's listening.
It's Hunter, like his kids, his players.
Yeah, I'm just making clarity for people who are listening.
Yeah. I didn't mean that. I meant his players. These are the 3 that have the hype right now, so they'll get it. And after this, they'll change jobs.
Well, hey, to split the hair on what both you said, and from what Nick said, as much as I love Deion Sanders, Nick is right. I mean, Deion, just hold on.
You're adapting to my southern charm that I've developed here in 24 hours.
No, Nick is right on this point. Deion Sanders has always been a salesman. Yeah. He's always been about business. Mm-hmm. So him having this conversation right now in March is a form of being a salesman. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I think that goes into a part of draft status for certain players. I think that goes into a part of, hey, let's start finagling our way to get to a certain draft status by time next year when we're talking about their draft. Because we're in the draft now. But it's never too early to talk about the draft next year. It's never too early.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with Deion saying, hey, man, let me start putting bugs in people's ears about Travis, about Shiloh, about Shador now while they're in the mix of draft process, and put that little bug in there and let it mature. Let the little caterpillar, get in its cocoon and blossom by time next year and turn into a full butterfly. And there we go. We got a hype train of Shador and Travis going 1 through 4 next year in draft. There's nothing wrong.
So here's my thing about Deion. I like Deion. I don't have hatred for him, nothing like that. But when he's a player, he hyped himself up, but he backed it up.
Yes.
Now, as a coach, it's starting to get to the point. It's okay. We have this hype. When you gonna back it up? You know what I'm saying?
True.
You have to start backing it up. After a while, it just becomes fodder.
Well, to your point, man.
Don't go with Jackson State. Please don't bring up Jackson State.
Well, no, to your point, man. I think the situation now is he can talk as much as he want. He can't back it up because now it's the weight put on the people he's talking about that has to live up to the words that he puts out.
Right.
So I think that puts the kids in a bad situation because it's like, damn, here comes these expectations that I didn't set for myself. Mm-hmm. And now I got to live up to them because he said it.
So
and that comes with something. And I don't think Deion realizes that. As much as I love Deion, that's the one thing that, hey, man, cool, be a salesman for your players. But you can't have them live up to what you're saying because you're not them and you can't play for them.
Right. Go ahead, Nick.
I'm looking at NFL mock draft database.
Yeah.
And they already have 2025 rankings. And this is the site that I use for my mock drafts. Mm-hmm. They got Shador ranked 49 overall going into next season already. 3rd quarterback, 49 overall.
I can see that.
The quarterbacks in front of him are Curtis Rourke from Indiana and Cameron Ward from Miami. Mm-hmm. The quarterbacks behind him are Riley Leonard, who transferred from Duke to Notre Dame, and yours, and then Jerry Bohannon from BYU. But I don't speak about BYU quarterbacks ever again. Personal decision, no reason.
Damn, that Zach Wilson thing just screwed you up, huh?
Just like I'm never gonna throw my rollie in the sky and wave it from side to side ever again. Just random shit that I won't do. Oh my God, I should record some of this shit that I say. Oh, we are recording. Can we clip this up?
Trust me, that's getting clipped. No worries. But no,
safety.
Shiloh.
Where is he?
Well, they got Hunter and safety and receiver. He plays both.
Well, no. Shiloh is
talking about Shiloh or Hunter.
Shiloh is the safety. Now Travis Hunter is
they have him as a cornerback.
Well, that's one thing. He either has to declare as a cornerback or a wide receiver at some point.
Travis Hunter is ranked 163 overall right now going into next year.
As a wide receiver?
No, as a corner.
Oh, as a corner?
And the overall rankings, Jimmy Horn Jr., the receiver, is the highest ranked Colorado Buffalo for next year.
Okay.
Shador Sanders, the quarterback, is at 49.
Mm-hmm.
Will Shepard, another receiver from Colorado, is at 84.
I like
and I'm down into 120 right now. Yeah, so let's stop with it. Travis Hunter's at 163.
It's a big jump from 163 to 4.
Huge jump. Hey, that's a huge jump. No, to your point, Nick, and as you say that, I mean, that's some lofty goals that he's putting on these fellas. That's some lofty goals.
Jimmy Horn Jr. is the best out of the group for NFL prospects and can't get no love. I guess because his dad's not a loud mouth son of a bitch.
So I mean, look, but and that's why I'm splitting the hairs at where some of the points that Nick dropped. I can rock with those. Now to your point, Mel. Mm-hmm. Hey, if ain't nobody, you know, right? Complain when Eli, John Elway.
A lot of people complain. Don't say that.
No, I'm not saying they did.
A lot of Eli is still the butt of the joke. That's why it's referenced, because there was such outrage.
I don't think that was a serious outrage like most people. I think people were mad that, oh my gosh, this guy thinks he can just do whatever he wants because he's a Manning.
No, I live in the market. There was Giants fans pissed about it. There was Jets fans making fun of Giants fans about it. I live in the market, dude. Well, not now that I've relocated, but there was a ton, man. There was Eli always had to deal with that, you know.
Always.
That's why it's still the joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. But what I'm saying is I don't think okay, your market, but I'm talking about the overall consensus is everybody was okay with him making decisions for his future. That's what I'm saying. The overall consensus, a lot of people, they had no beef with Eli saying, hey, I want to make sure my future is set up in this market, not in San Diego. And the overall consensus, they had no problem with it.
Man, so best weather ever.
So to Mel's point, if that was the overall consensus, and if there was a trade to be made, you know, because let's be honest, if there wasn't no trade to be made, he still got drafted by San Diego. So it was either play for San Diego or better find a job because you're not going to play NFL football for nobody else. Yeah. San Diego had to agree to that. So if it comes up like Caleb Williams, he's had some things said. John Elway, he threatened to go to the Major League Baseball. I'll go play baseball. You know, Jim Kelly went to the USFL. So unless these guys got an alternative route for occupation, and if they feel like that city and that organization isn't right for them, I have no beef with it. Because hey, let's be honest. When you're getting drafted high, you more times than not, you are not going to a good organization, a good team.
You're not going to go where you want to go, but they're not going to have that problem. They're going to fall far enough down where there's not going to be fucking hype around them. Like you can get them picked by Dallas in rounds 1, 2, and 3. If that's where you want to go, they don't even have to trade up for you.
Hey, I want to throw a scenario at you because you just spoke of Dallas, and I want to give a shout out to my boy Rod Uncensored. He said this earlier on his podcast this morning. Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders have been really good friends for a long time.
Hey, every master like a good buck.
Exactly. But this buck got a quarterback.
Just saying.
Hey, Jerry, why don't you take my son to be your quarterback?
And Jerry might fall for it too.
What?
He may fall for it. He may be one and fall for it.
Would he?
Out of all the teams, I would not be surprised.
He talking about the guy that had to get talked out the ledge from taking Johnny Manziel. Of course he would fall for it.
Yeah.
Of course he would fall for the salesmanship of Shador.
He said, Deion will never lead me wrong.
What? Come on. I'm just saying. Might be a possibility. My man Rob might have been on to something with that one. Because if he got that type of control to control where he wants to go, you don't think he'd be able to sell Jerry Jones on a situation like that?
Yeah, Jerry Jones, yeah.
Hey, Dak only got you so far, Jerry. My son.
Come on,
Get
Jerry.
you. Come on.
You half black.
And then you got another half behind
Right.
him.
You know what I'm saying?
If you take them both, you get one thoroughbred.
You can breed them. You know, you from Arkansas. You know how this go.
You saw what Derek Jeter was able to do with this chemical makeup.
Right.
Hey, I'm just saying, dog. Hey, Carlos
Jason Kidd was pretty good too. He's another one.
Right.
Hey, man, that's all I'm saying. But hey, man, you never know. But it's some madness that can go on. You never know. Speaking of madness, man, March Madness has been going on.
All right.
Yeah.
You must have been smoking today.
Hey, man, I got that good ooh-wee, baby.
You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? That was a good segue.
I don't know about y'all, but I made a little bit of change over the weekend.
It's here now too. So what happened with that?
Houston almost burned me last night. They were up 12, went to overtime. Thank God Virginia has sports betting here. They don't have casino, but they have sports book.
Yeah.
And I hit a safe parlay. I hit a 5-leg parlay for 15 for 75. Thursday, I hit a free $15 bet for 140. Friday, I hit 5 out of 6. The only one I lost was Auburn losing to Yale. And a kid from Colonia, New Jersey, where I went to high school, was the one that got ejected on Auburn for the flagrant foul early, their best player.
Hey,
and,
a lot of people who burned Kentucky burned a lot of people.
No, I don't bet Calipari. I don't bet on Duke or Kentucky or Kansas in the tournament.
Hey man, Oakland always beat somebody in the first round.
I call them bitch ass lose.
Hey, so
and there's one other on Saturday I got burned by Carolina. I had 7 out of 8 on a $15 bet to return $6.85. I hit all 6 games. I hit RJ Davis for 15 points as a prop, and then I went Armando Bacot to get 10 rebounds because he had 9 in the first half on Thursday, and I was like, oh, he'll get 10. He had 1 at halftime. He ended up with 7, so I hit 7 out of 8 legs on that, and Bacot was the only one that cost me.
Son of a bitch, right?
Could have been up with D.
Well, all right. Before we get to the March Madness, let's have a quick sidebar because we're talking betting. This whole Shohei Ohtani situation is, I don't know about y'all, it's quite humorous at the same time, but it's getting wild as hell. So the interpreter got fired by the Dodgers, right? He initially said, hey, I'm just a bad bettor. And apparently it was said that Ohtani covered his debts that he owed to an illegal gambling ring in LA. And all of a sudden it got switched. It got switched till he stole $4.5 million from Ohtani. And I'm just like, wait, hold up. It's a switch that killed me. Because, wait, what happened between the first time that he talked to the reporter to like some hours later? And it's like, whoa, don't print that. This is what really happened. So,
right. Well, I'll throw him under the bus now.
Hey, man.
I just don't understand how
Rose is waiting for the verdict of this situation, but like, what y'all gonna do, Major League Baseball?
Yeah, open this up so I can get on in.
For real? Well, because I think the story only matters because it's Shohei Ohtani. He happens to be the biggest name in baseball right now, and
he has a clean cut image.
He does.
Can I read this comment, please? Oh, what is Shohei Ohtani called in his home country? Peter Wars.
Wow.
What happens when animals are cruelly treated? Peter Wars.
I think that might be the one that get us cancer. Right?
Yeah, the Peter people.
I think that's the one.
We just be like, that's funny. Animal people be like, they can't joke about pets.
I think that's the one that gets us a joke. But I mean, I what do y'all fellas think of this whole scenario, man? I think it's wild and crazy. So I mean,
well, what are the odds on it? Are we allowed to bet on if Ohtani gets suspended or banned? Here's why it's not. Shohei Ohtani will generate more money than Pete Rose could have ever done times over.
Yeah.
They are not going to lose. They're not. They covered up the Astros, right, to avoid punishing them. They will say, oh, if you come forward and you do this, and then we'll just let you bang on your garbage can still to give signals to place the bets. They'll merge them together somehow. I'm fucking tired of baseball, man. It's not exciting. Like, I think people who get excited about opening day of baseball when it's one of 162 are really weird. That's the nicest thing I could say. Like, opening day.
Opening day, used to be like a tradition. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Before they ruined the sport.
Yeah, some people like to just keep that tradition going. So I can understand people who kind of want to take their kid to a game and say, okay, opening day. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Sunday. I forgot it was Easter, but I mean, it'll be, I'm just doing it because it's just fun to take the family there. So,
right.
I know my Royals suck, but I'm just going just to have a good time.
Have a good time.
Just another experience. But
have a good time.
Yeah. But I damn, all this agreeing with Nick Shine today is really itching me. I feel
I'm in Richmond. Did I cross the Mason-Dixon, or did I have to go further?
No,
you down south.
Yeah, you south. Trust me.
I mean, technically, DC is down south, but
I think that's what it is. So
shit, technically, Baltimore is down south.
Damn, Nick gets below the Mason-Dixon line, and all of a sudden, all this agreeing starts happening.
Right,
going on, but no. I mean,
fucking icon.
It's generated.
Come clean my room. Oh no, the bed ain't me.
The money that is being that has already been generated and will continue to be generated because of the fact that he has billions. He has a whole demographic of ethnic people behind him. Like literally, you talking about the whole Asian culture is behind Shohei Ohtani.
Right. Have you ever been to a casino?
Oh, they got the bread.
They don't mind.
Oh, they got the bread. Oh, trust. No. I've been bet off a roulette table because the Asian lady had her pockets was a lot more deeper than mine. I got pushed right off. I couldn't make no bread. So look, I mean, to Nick's point, when you're talking about Ohtani with all that ethnic culture behind him, watching him, and the money that they're spending and generating, they just had the opening day series in I think they had it in Korea.
Oh, it was regular. It was a regular season opener.
Yeah, against the Dodgers and Padres in Seoul, Korea.
Did you see the picture of them in the on deck circle?
Yeah, Ohtani bets.
Right next to Mookie so good. It's just they're flaunting it in front of us.
Right themselves, but I mean,
this world now though on every aspect of it. It's not about what you do; it's about what you generate. And they will find ways to allow you to keep generating if you generate enough for them to turn the other cheek, whether it's politics, whether it's business, whether it's sports. If your bottom dollar increases their bottom dollar, they'll find ways to put, like Ray Lewis killed somebody. His boy took the blame. Otani's boy is going to take the blame for betting and then go to fucking rehab for gambling. And meanwhile, he's going to be sitting there and being like, I didn't do it. I've never bet once in my life. It's against my religion, but I'm being paid $10 million to shut the fuck up.
They might
come. 20 years from now, he'll have a book.
Everybody writes a book, huh? No, I mean, and
that'll be a book on blackjack, but it'll still be a book.
I mean, but that's why I agree with you on that aspect. It's him of just the funds that feeds that bottom dollar of MLB, which I think we all agreed on that Major League Baseball, it being behind NBA, behind NFL, they need as much generation to that bottom line as all of them. So I don't think it's going to change anything whether Otani bet or didn't bet.
It's a new day because it's not calling mobsters in the back of a deli who are writing down books and using their influence to threaten people to get paid. It's an open forum now. It's just like, all right, placing a bet on your betting app of choice is the same as downloading a social media app. It's the same shit. I just think that listen, you're making rules that you can't tackle someone from behind, but you're saying the guy can't bet on the game. Stop it.
What you think about it, man?
Fuck Nick. My thing is, man, is this. Wu-Tang said it better. Cash rules everything around. That's it. It's all about the money. It's all about the money because they ain't gonna. What you gonna do? You know, you ain't gonna ship them back to Japan.
What you want, Cookie?
Right, you ain't gonna get rid of them. So, and that you can do.
You damn sure ain't gonna. Hey, you damn sure ain't gonna return every fund of money that he generates. The bottom line.
Right. So my thing is, outside of murder, he probably can do anything he wants.
I don't know.
I do it with that.
You know,
if I interpret it, he interpreted wrong. When I say stab, I mean fucking. That's actually killing somebody.
I tell him we need to be better, not to place a better.
Right. I said better, not nigga.
I gotta close the shade because the sun's coming down now.
Hey, yo.
I gotta keep my milky white Caucasian persuasion because the ladies love it down here.
Oh Lord, I can't with y'all.
What I mean, what they really gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What you got a scapegoat already? You got a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? So it's already set up. He good. He good. Hey, what up, though?
But at the end of the day, I mean, it goes back to exactly like what exactly are they supposed to do?
Yeah,
they're not going to turn down the money. They're not going to give the money back at this point.
Did you see they had showed a clip and it was in a dugout and it was like a wall-to-wall reporter asking questions. You can't turn that down. That's free publicity. You cannot turn that down. You can't get rid of that.
What's going on, Ryan? Shout out to Ryan.
That's Ryan. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
I know. Ryan been he
in my name.
Ryan Frazier?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ryan.
I see Ryan in a while.
I know.
I started to call LA County. Hey, you got a Ryan Frazier down there.
Hey.
I call Hillsborough County to check on
the southern part. They call it L.A.
After I call Hillsborough County in Florida, check on Cam. I had to call L.A. County to check on.
Man, chill out.
I'm still on the run.
Man.
You did better than Ray Caruth. That motherfucker here in the truck.
Hey, it went the next state over. Like
they over here in the truck. I mean, like, he learned from his mistakes.
For real.
Yeah, no videotape.
No, nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Can't get me like, my man punched his wife.
But anyway, we got aside. I just needed to talk about that Shohei Ohtani situation for a second. I thought it was hilarious.
It's going to be such a cover up. It's going to be such a cover up. You're going to think Nancy Pelosi's running it.
Damn.
Hell no.
Hell no. To the no.
And then Otani's going to make billions because he's going to bet on one of the stocks that she bets on with her inside information. Somehow illegal.
There you go.
Hey, no, because we were talking betting, so I had to talk about that for a quick second. I thought that was quite hilarious. But here's one thing: the moment you start having all these betting sites, all these apps, and you're in bed with them, pretty much you're getting marketed. Right. You're marketing them. You're taking sponsorship money from them
in your stadiums, in the arenas, they're
everywhere.
Ice arenas. I mean, they everywhere.
Bro,
so how can you flaunt something like that on one side and it's out your mouth? Tell me I can't bet.
Oh,
and betting on the game itself, I mean, the actual sport you playing, I can rock with that.
Now,
it's a conflict of interest. I can see that.
Yes.
But if I'm an NFL player and I'm betting on basketball,
it's not bet on baseball. From all the reports, it's not.
What I'm saying, but that's my point. I can understand from that standpoint in general, but I'm saying you can't flaunt this all over the place and then tell me, oh, you can't do that. What the hell kind of shit is that?
Hey man,
I'm saying it. No, when you were saying, oh, you walk into all these arenas and they're everywhere. I'm like, oh man, now you know how we felt when the color lines got crossed. You walk into these sporting arenas and they're everywhere. Lamar knows you don't want to.
They're like roaches.
there's
I think we need to end the show right there.
First people are right to vote, now these motherfuckers everywhere.
The comedian with the mustache from New York. Fuck. But he talks about sports and how women are upset that now male athletes are going into their sport and winning everything. And he goes, now you know how we feel when blacks started playing our sport. And all of a sudden, we couldn't win anything anymore.
Damn.
Andrew Schultz. That's it, Andrew Schultz.
Damn, man. I can't. Yeah. It's been real, guys. This might be our last show. We had a fantastic run. We made it 323 episodes.
3, 2, 3.
Yeah. We started, Ant. What up, Ant?
Yeah. We talked
House
about
is.
it. Yeah. Houses. But I mean, so let's get back on track for the last 20 minutes of the show. March Madness. So let me ask you guys.
Right.
Do you think it's time for John Calipari to step away from Kentucky, or should he continue to try to fix the situation? Because this is now multiple times that he keeps.
He won one national championship with all those players that came through there. What can he fix?
Hey, that's why I'm asking the question.
He know what he can fix.
Go ahead.
He got Nick Saban. When you're paying all the kids, when no one else is paying them, you got everyone you wanted. Now that the playing field is leveled, nobody needs you anymore.
Yeah, I'm saying still that's my point. It's like he's not gonna. He can't change anything. He can't do any better. He's done all he can.
So I think Jay Wright left the game early. Jay Wright saw the writing on the wall. Jay Wright is in his fucking 40s, maybe early 50s. Could have went on to been the winningest coach of all time and was like, NIL, fuck this, I'm out. We lost our competitive advantage.
I agree.
And that was after winning the national championship.
And wait a minute. Kudos to me. Because the day Saban resigned, I said that. And Saban went on the interview and basically said it, right? He's like, now you sit down with parents and they add word for word what I said. He goes, now you sit down. It's not how can you develop my son? What kind of man are you going to make him? It's how much money you pay me. And he goes, I don't want to be a part of that. Word for word what I said on this show, right? That's exactly why he got out. Because now they can't do what they've done because everyone's doing what they've done.
We all kind of saw it coming. I mean, it's and to you fellas' points about John Calipari, and I definitely agree with your point, man. Like, this man has had top recruiting class after top recruiting class after top recruiting class, and he got one national championship to show for it.
That's because they don't say.
I agree.
His recruiting flaw was always I'm going to go get the kids who are top 10, are going to go one and done. I'm going to teach them how to play the NBA game on the college level, and their stock is going to rise.
Yeah.
But what's the downside of that? You got to rebuild every year. There's times where they lose 5-6 games before the new year, and then they'd be a 4, 5, 6 seed, and you don't want to play them come the tournament. I think they made the finals as a 9 one time when Kentucky and when Connecticut won with Ben Gordon. Wasn't it 8 versus 9 in the championship?
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
I'll
say this, but I'll say this then. Was Calipari actually ahead of the curve?
He was ahead of it, but now
I mean by that, because look at how the it's structured now. It's basically what he was doing back then.
Well,
without the money being involved, because we of course he probably we don't know if they paid him for sure. So I just say without the money being involved.
Money. What the hell did you say like that for?
Well, because he had to leave the doubt in there.
Had to leave a doubt in there. Yeah. That's the suspense build up.
You
Money. You ain't see the quotations?
Yeah, the quotations, and he said it. I saw it, dog. I saw it. But no, I mean, to your point, man, he was ahead of the curve, but the curve has now, into what Nick's point is saying,
curve is now straight.
It's flattened because at the end of the day,
that's
we knew
like Travis Kelce dating life.
That he's not straight.
That's Travis Kelce dating life. You had the curves, now it's flattened.
You had all them curves.
He's got all those curves. Now it's flattened.
now you hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Right.
So I mean, yeah. Look, just like Nick Saban, when hey, I'm not the end all be all for you to get to the pros now. That's just what it is.
Yeah. You were the one road in and out, right? You were one road in, one road out. Now they build bridges everywhere, man. You're not needed no more.
Right.
They don't got to travel out of their way to go on your highway.
Bingo. It's not necessary to go to Kentucky no more to get the route to the NBA, or get your name buzzing as a top recruit or a top prospect. It's not necessary no more.
Yeah.
So it makes him obsolete. It made Nick Saban obsolete. Hell, let's be honest.
You know what the analogy is?
What's that?
Saban and Calipari are taxi cabs when Uber and Lyft launched. Uber and Lyft are now in college sports, and there's a better way to do what you were doing.
Right.
And it's more convenient for everybody, and they don't have to go travel to you. There's offers everywhere.
That's good. I like that.
Not
So
bad.
I mean,
not bad.
But unless you're in
your ass in
Richmond
Virginia.
at night, because as they told us today at training, you do not get an Uber in this town at night. They shut them down at dark. I swear to God. They said in the winter you can't get an Uber past 5 o'clock at night.
damn.
Wow.
Hey, once it goes dark, it's a done deal, son. I hope you got enough to
You
drink
said it.
and
And
eat.
that's the line that'll get us canceled. Not nothing I said. That's the line.
Hey, watch that be the shit, dog.
It's different when you put down your own.
Oh man. But here's where you guys at? I know Nick didn't watch none of the ladies tournament. I'm
Can I ask you a question, honestly? Can
Yeah.
we do the Jets draft? Because I'm dying to eat dinner. I haven't eaten since 11:15 this morning. Can we do that and then the women? Can I just make a program?
Hey, how about this? Save the Jets for Thursday.
I want to eat first. All right.
No, we got 10 minutes left in the show. We'll save it because we know you, Nick. You need more than 10 minutes to properly talk free agency and draft about your Jets. Let's save it for Thursday because I want to give you the proper time.
Okay.
Because we gave.
I'm calling out on Thursday.
Because think about it this way. For everybody else that we've done in our draft series, we gave them 30, 40 minutes up to an hour. I want to give you the proper time. 10 minutes is not enough for you, all right? So we'll do it Thursday.
I could
now
10 minutes. I can do it, cry, apologize, throw a towel, order the Uber, walk down to the lobby, and be 3 miles away.
Damn. That's how pathetic your sex life is?
Yes, and I give your name.
No. You will not besmirch my name like that.
All right, you talk your ladies basketball. I am going to use the bathroom and eat dinner. Gentlemen.
All right.
And go Tar Heels and fuck Duke. Let Houston beat them.
I'm with that.
I'm with that too. Shut up, Anthony. I can't stand Anthony. I'm just gonna say it. And me and Nell were talking about it off air.
Mm-hmm.
I've been enjoying the women's tournament more than the men's tournament.
It's been a lot of good games, man. A lot of good games. No, get me wrong. I enjoyed some of the men's game I watched. Like I think the Houston game was good. The Oregon game was good. The Oakland game the first game was good.
Of course you would, because Oakland's from your city, bro. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed that.
Well, it's not from my city. It's from my state.
It's state. It's
Oakland County. Detroit's in Wayne County.
They close enough, man.
Yeah, but yeah. That's why. Yeah. So I enjoy watching some of those games. But the women's games, man, I mean, that Hannah I.O.W, oh my God, bro, she was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
She was making some moves. I was like, what the hell? Notre Dame, South Carolina crushed North Carolina, crushed them.
Beat their ass.
Man, it was like, damn.
Beat their ass.
I mean, it was unmercifully. It wasn't even close from the start. They came out the gate just shooting.
Whoop ass.
Right, for real. They hit that can open quick.
As soon as they tipped off,
yeah. Right. All right, this shit over with. We ain't got time to be playing.
Hey, no, for real.
I forgot what game I think it was a Texas A&M game. She almost pinned old girl's shot against the basket, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it was some great games. I think Stanford and Utah was a good game. Old girl cooks.
Stanford and Iowa State last night. Yeah.
Iowa State. Oh my God.
Yeah, they went to double. They go to double overtime.
No, it's overtime.
Okay,
looking like Ray Lewis out here. Like, who is this big nigga? They could do nothing with it, bro.
Hey, bro.
I will say though, when Kiki was on her, she played it a little better. But Kiki played it like I was saying when we were talking off air. She allowed her to use her strength. She waited for her to make the move, and then she swatted the ball away. That's all Cameron Brink had to do. She a lot taller than she was, but she kept trying to body with her, and she giving up about and I'm being generous, 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah,
maybe more than that. I ain't trying to be funny. Girl was a big girl, and Cameron Brink is tiny.
Yeah, she big though.
You know what I'm saying? And Cameron Brink is tiny, so it's not even just about talking about cooks, so to speak.
Yeah.
Cameron Brink don't weigh much.
Nah.
Her weight's in her height.
Yeah.
What do you say?
You can match even in the tournament, like a 1 versus 9 or 19, because they only go to 16. Anthony.
You at the NIT.
Yeah.
NIT, they don't even count over there.
No, they go that damn DC education for your ass.
No. They throw a number around their neck. That's what y'all gonna do.
Hey, this ain't the real tournament. We don't even care.
I know. They don't even have a real time. They got a stopwatch. Yo. But I would say to Anthony's point, I like the way the tournament's set up, because I like when you got a higher seed playing a lower seed, because sometimes the lower seeds beat the higher seed because they play up to the game and the other team play down to them. So you never know. It's not like, it's going to be a blowout. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Go ahead.
Here's one thing I like about the women's tournament that I think the men should adopt. When you're a top 2 seeds or top 2 or 3 seeds in your region, you get to play at your house.
Yeah, I like that.
And the reason why I like it is because Hey, it says to you, we're rewarding you to play at your first 2 games in the tournament at your house because that's that you earned it going through the regular season,
right?
Being the top seed,
right?
So in turn, and I was talking about this with my man Bobby G on our Audible podcast on Friday. It makes you have incentive to make the regular season something,
right?
You have incentive to go ahead and, hey man, I'm a ball out during the regular season. Let's be a better team so that, hey man, we can reward ourselves with playing at home for the first 2 rounds. But here's the flip side of it. If you're the opponent coming in there, I would look at it as, hey man, I ain't got no pressure. Y'all in y'all house.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all the ones that got to show y'all fans that, hey man, these y'all fans. Boy, but I would love to play spoiler and disappoint you and your fans in your house. I ain't got no pressure.
No pressure.
None. And we kind of talked about it. LSU was slumming the first 2 games, bro.
Man, LSU, they look bad, man. I mean, the second half of the Middle Tennessee game was better than the first half because Middle Tennessee was almost going basketball throughout the first half, and they start pulling away in the second half. And I just think, on paper, LSU was a more talented team than Middle Tennessee was. That's what it is.
Talent, recruit-wise, yes.
Yeah, so, and I think they just had, I forgot the girl, the Middle Tennessee guard. Oh, I can't think of her name. But anyway, it's like if she wasn't hot, they wasn't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was hot in the first half, they was good. And then when she started getting a little cold, then they start, LSU started picking up. Then they start picking the game up. They got so many good shooters on LSU. I think it's more of a mental thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a mental thing. I like the move of moving Van Lift over from point to shooting guard. That's a natural position. I think that helped them out, and I probably help them out further in a tournament because now she can focus on scoring and not the distribution of the ball. Putting Powell, what's her name? She got a funny name. Like I like water rained on my house, Powell, pool. Something like that. Some shit like that. Whatever name.
Tribal ass names.
Yeah, she got some kind of tribal name. Like Cat Little Paw or whatever.
Hey, man, I hate Cat Little Paw.
But anyway, moving her over, moving her into that position, I think was a great move by Kim Mulkey. Despite my criticism of her, that was a great move.
Yeah. Kim Mulkey's a character, bro.
She is, bro. She is.
Oof.
From my dress all the way down.
Yes.
I'm like, when you say you're a clown, why are you bringing this motherfucker? He dressed like one. Shit.
Damn.
The circus in the house. But I think that helped him out a little bit. I think that Angel Reese need to play more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had bad games. So she had a bad game in the Rice game. I think she only scored like 3 points, 2 points, something like that. She didn't score a lot.
Yeah, she didn't score a lot.
But that's your start. I think when she banging down there, she got to know when to bang, when to kick it out. It's just like sometimes she just, I understand you got to take over the game at times, but sometimes I think she's down there and she doesn't have a shot and she just forces it. She missed a shot.
Yeah.
And then the team down the other court on fast break. She does that a lot. I think she needs to know when to take over, when to get her teammates involved.
You're right. You're right.
And play more consistent. I like Moore, Elisa Moore. I think she shoots well.
Yeah.
Williams shoots well. I mean, they have players that can shoot three and shoot from the perimeter. On paper, like I said, they should be the number 1 seed instead of the 2.
Yeah, well,
a lot of mental breakdowns.
Yes, and to your point, I mean, and even on the Angel Reese point, I mean, she didn't shoot great from the field, 6 of 17. She got the 20 points, but she had to earn a lot of that from the free throw line. So, I mean, when you're getting 8 points from the free throw line and only made 6 shots, she wasn't doing too well. I don't know if that's pressure. But hey, Middle Tennessee, they guarded her well. But here's my thing about that I'm noticing from the women's tournament and the difference from the men's tournament. All right.
Okay.
I'm noticing in the women's tournament, we're getting from them what we used to get from the men's tournament. And what I mean by that is this year and last year, we were getting the star-studded players. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the Angel Reese, we got the Caitlin Clark, we got the Juju Watkins. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Audi Cooks, big girl from Iowa State, made a name for herself. I had no clue who
man,
she
they could not stop her. I seen Iowa State play a lot of times. Her and the old girl from Utah was a Powell.
Yeah,
God, what's her name? They can't stop them down low. Now, the difference between Cooks and old girl from Utah is the old girl from Utah is solid. She that Hawaiian Samoan big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so she's solid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Except Cooks is not solid. You know, I think she get in the weight room.
Big.
She get in the weight room and work that out.
No, you can say it. She's big.
Yeah, she's a big girl. I mean, I ain't body shaming. She's a big girl.
I'm not shaming. Yeah, so please don't take what we say.
I know how people get out. Oh, she body shaming. You know, I'm gonna crack a joke. I crack a joke. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, but for my point is, they two different body types, and I think that
it's Alyssa Pele. I know
Lisa Pele. Yeah, Lisa Pele. Man, she's solid, and I watch her play a lot of games, especially in the Pac-12. They haven't a lot of teams that have answers for her because she can come down there and she can shoot from the outside, so you have to guard her. It's not, and that's the difference between the two. I think with Cooks is all mostly inside, where Pele you have to guard her all over there.
You got to guard her,
and she passes the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
So I just think Utah just need more pieces. They have more pieces. You be talking about Utah.
A matter of fact, there was a point in time. I don't know if it's still true that Alyssa Pele was shooting better than Caitlin Clark from behind the arc. So
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'll
tell you to your point. I'll tell you who don't give a lot of height, who can shoot the ball. Frida Foreman. Colorado just don't. I watch a lot of Colorado games too, and it seemed like to me they don't use her like they should. Like get her feet of the ball when she start getting hot, keep feeding the ball, they go away from her.
Yeah, but there's another name that I'm talking about. That we're not getting from the men's tournament that we used to. Where, I mean, we can recall when Steph Curry took Davidson far. We can remember,
Shaq and Stanley Roberts.
Yeah, bro. I remember when John Morant took Murray State on a run. I remember I remember when Kemba Walker went on a run with UConn. I remember when Jimmy Fredette was shooting the shit out of the damn basketball. I remember when Adam Morrison was shooting the shit out the ball for Gonzaga. Couldn't do shit in the NBA, but I remember my main point that I'm saying is what no
one's really standing out like that.
Exactly. What we're getting from the women's tournament, what we used to get from the men's tournament is like it did a complete swap. So, but let's take it a step further. Not only are we getting single players dominating in the women's tournament, like Kiki last night for Stanford, balled out, dropped 41. We're getting dominant teams like the South Carolina doing what they're doing. Yeah. Where's our dominant
Erie Offin? That's her name. It's Kiki Erie Offin.
Kiki Erie Offin. So where is our Caitlin Clark, our Angel Reese, our Juju Watkins in the men's tournament? Where is our South Carolina in the men's tournament? That's why I think we're starting to get a huge like swapping dynamics of the tournament.
The arena's being filled. Was it the Iowa game? I think it was the Iowa game. Don't quote me.
That's why.
I think don't quote me on this, but I think I was watching the commentator said something before Iowa got popular. You barely can get the seats filled, and then now the momentum was building. Now they selling out arena. They selling out the whole arena. You know, I think South Carolina and North Carolina game had like 15,000 in there.
Sold out.
So you getting people the eyes on there. Then you add you mix in the NIL in there. Where some of these women are making more than the men. Some of these women are in the top 10 of athletes, men and women.
Yes.
As far as what they're making NIL deals. So you have all that, all that bringing the eyes to the game. Where honestly, I can name you 5 to 10 women NCAA players who are making money in NIL. I probably can't name that many for the men's. And not saying they're not. It's not as widespreadly heard as you do about the women's. Because the popularity over there is just better.
No, I just think it's just a huge dynamics swap. And I didn't. And I'm not trying to knock the women. I didn't think that we would see this day that I would be more excited for the women's tournament than the men's.
Right.
I didn't
either. I used to not watch it at all.
Oh no,
it's like the NIT when it came on.
Well, because like back in the days, we knew who was going to win the women's tournament.
Right. It's Tennessee
with Pat Summitt,
and then UConn
with Gino Auriemma.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, the Kim Mulkey with Baylor we sneak in because she had Brittany Griner.
Right, and that's what make. But that's what and Nick had talked about it earlier, but we was talking about something different. That's what makes the NIL and the transfer portal a good thing for college basketball, but it needs to be tweaked.
Oh,
that's the thing.
I have no beef.
We don't have to get rid. Like people like get rid of it, it's not good. It's good because look how we're talking about the women. Now that talent is spread out. Remember, Helly Van Lith was with Louisville. She transferred to LSU.
Yeah.
Pow, who was leading the women's game in 3-pointers, was with Oregon. Most of the players on USC came from Ivy League.
Yeah. So
the transfer portal is bringing that talent in and spreading it out all over. And then we had the NIL deal too, where they can kind of make money while they're doing it. It's making a better product. So now it's not an automatic when you see UConn and think they're gonna win, or you see back in when Pat Summitt was alive.
Tennessee still a good program. They went down to lost to North Carolina State, who's on the up and coming,
and they got some great players, bro. Girl, how I can't think of her name. They got some good players. I got 2 good players that I really like. One can handle the ball pretty well, and the other one I just think she need to be consistent. The other guard, I see her face, but I can't think of her name. But anyway, great player. I like watching them play.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the other one I just seen her today too, on doing an interview. She can dunk. The guard, she can dunk. We already know. We already saw Ashley Watkins dunk. So the game of the women's game is getting better. It's evolving into a better game. And I wish they can do that shit with the WNBA.
Well, WNBA.
I do watch it. Don't get me wrong. I watch it. So
I watch it too. But here's why the WNBA is failing. Is because they haven't mastered how to generate and market their product to get the money. Now, but here's the good thing. You see this influx of names that we just named off who are playing in the NCAA women's tournament.
Right.
They got to find a way to get more money for them, because here's Caitlin Clark's dilemma.
I want to give away, like I told you, with me and Omar was doing something, so I want to give away, but there's a way to do it. We got to talk about it. I'll tell you off air, but it's a way to do it.
Hey, matter of fact, just kind of, if you already dropped that show, just kind of plug it. Real quick.
I don't know. I want me to, so I wait because he wants to wait and do some stuff. So
I will. No worries. Don't put it on there. But my point is that Caitlin Clark has a dilemma. Do I stay in college, make this NIL money where I can make millions?
Right.
Do I go to a pro league and make thousands? Because at most she'll probably make $200,000.
I think the highest paid one is $250. I want to say $240.
Yeah, $240, $250 around there. I think.
Yeah, around that. Yeah, and which is a good salary if you was a exec or somewhere, but it's pennies compared to what the male counterparts make in the in the NBA. Before you get in the comments, because I'm already going. Let me preempt this already. Before you get in the comments, and say, well, it's a better product, and the NFL is, I mean, I keep saying NFL. See, you know what I like better. You know what I like better. So the NBA is, you know, subsidized, and we all know that.
Yeah.
You already know that. What's up, Bobby G?
Yeah, she already did declare.
Yeah, she did declare.
But I'm just saying for general purposes, you know, of sake of conversation, if she had the dilemma, do I go to the WNBA and make 240,000-50,000, or do I, you know, stick it out?
Imagine her and Sabrina in that school on the same team.
Bro, it'd be nasty. Well, it ain't gonna happen. Trust me, she's going to Indiana.
Yeah, we already know she's going to Indiana. I'm just saying, Indiana had the number one pick like the last couple of years.
But here's
the Pacers got a little better, but
yeah, the Pacers have. But here's the good thing about this, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you get this influx of popularity in college basketball, this is where the WNBA has to capitalize on all the popularity that is about to come with it. And they have to maximize on everything about it. So if I'm Indiana Fever, I need to maximize and get all those Caitlin Clark fans from Iowa City, Iowa.
Right.
I need to make sure that I market her. Hey, I need to make sure I can market the shit out of her, because now those Iowa Hawkeye fans who are Caitlin Clark fans are now Indiana Fever fans.
Right. That's a good point.
She brought 53,000 to a football stadium.
Bruh.
I need those 53,000 to sell my tickets out.
And to get ready to expand.
Bro.
In 2 more cities.
The WNBA needs to this is imperative. WNBA, hear us. This is imperative right now that you
niggas serious when you use big words.
Hey, regardless, that's a good week. That's a good one.
You know that nigga serious. It's imperative.
Hey, that's just saying. It opens up the brainwaves. Opens up the brainwaves. So it is imperative that y'all motherfuckers market the content creators who are the players that are about to help create good content for y'all. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese at some point, Juju Watkins a few years down the road.
Yeah, that's another. Here's the thing I want to put out there too. If some of these female players can get with the right people, because like Juju Watkins, I think if her game get polished, she'd be like Cheryl Miller was.
Oh no, she'll be better than what Cheryl.
No, I'm saying, but I'm talking about far as how Cheryl Miller made the women's game interesting.
Of course,
when she played, everybody wanted to see her play.
Of course,
she was more popular than her brother.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying?
No argument.
I think if Juju get with somebody to help her polish her game. Now she's a rookie, so I mean she probably work on her game and will get better. Same with Malaysia Fawali. I think same thing. Some polishing will help her because she makes some moves, but she don't always finish.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that once that get polished, these names right here, we watch the game, but people don't watch the game. They will hear the names because they be talking about them and highlight all the time. I go on my feed all the time, you know, kind of, because a lot of times I'm busy. I don't get a chance to watch the game, so I look at scores. And the female sports in general is buried at the bottom. I got to scroll all the way down. And sometimes I pass in something twice. I might see baseball up here. I go down baseball again, then hockey, then something else. Then you catch the little bit of the line of the March Madness for the women. It should be up there with the rest of them. It's the same thing. So they have a ways to go. But I think once those players polish their games, you will start hearing more about them.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, as in for WNBA, you got one of the biggest names. Caitlin Clark is a name that's heavy. That her name has transcended just being part of the women's college basketball scene. Her name has transcended. I think that's fair.
So
that's why WNBA needs to make sure that, hey, we got to find a way to
tap into that.
You got to, because here's the thing. Obviously, because we watch WNBA, I think they already have more than enough talent to. They
need to balance. I think the WNBA talent, and part of it is pay, part of it is not enough teams because they play each other like too many times. They don't have enough teams.
Yeah, it's only 12.
So that's part of it too. So I can understand expansion for that, but that's like putting the cart before the horse. You know what I'm saying? You got to still bring the revenue in. That so you know what I'm saying, and not having that revenue, now you expanding 2 other cities.
I agree with
they
that.
Giving that, you putting that headache in them 2 other cities, they still gonna have to figure out how to bring the revenue in.
Now that's where I agree with you at. I don't think they should be so forward to expand.
Right.
My thing is right now what you should do is find a way to take these 12 teams that we already have and flush all 12 teams with talent.
The Aces won twice already, back to back. And not saying that don't happen in men's sport, because it does.
Yeah, that happen.
But
there's one
the Aces up here. The Liberty is it's a little bit step down, and then there's the rest of the league.
Yo, no, I'm with you, because it's Aces, Liberty, everybody else.
Yeah. So sometimes when they you see like the Fever playing what's that team? God, I can't think of the name of the team. I see their face. Say you see like Indiana playing Chicago, the Sky.
Yeah, the Sky.
Indiana playing the Sky. It's a low scoring game because the talent is not there.
Yeah.
But when you see the Aces play, it's like boom, boom, high pace, boom, 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 boom. And or the Aces play New York, it's like, and everybody just making a reference. We gotta get this, like the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's because they're the better teams. They're the better teams in the league. They battle when they play. It's always a good competitive game, and you like watching it because you got Anescu who be shooting from the parking lot.
Yeah, Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, and the other chick. What's her name? I don't know. The one like somebody kicked her in her chin. I forgot her name. The chin bitch. Say.
No, sir. We're not going to do that.
Like she should be in a prison movie.
See, this is the problem about doing live shows is when you have Detroit Mail, that's just going to say you get everything out of his damn mouth. But to your point, I think that's what it is. So this is why I think it's a very important time for the WNBA to market their content because they're about to get a big influx of great talent over the next 4 years, and you got to be able to have the revenue to keep them because, I'm not going to tap into the whole Brittany Griner story, but she was only in Russia because she was compensating for the lack of pay that she was getting from the WNBA.
A lot of them go over to overseas, and they make more money overseas than they do in the United States.
They do,
which is sad. We don't support our own.
It's sad,
and you got a lot of people. And there's no knock against Nick. I'm just using an example. A lot of people who are like Nick who just refuse to even watch it.
Refuse to watch it.
You know what I'm saying? Is it not as an inferior product? Yes, to agree it is because not as good as the college one. Yeah. And definitely not good as the NBA, but that's another. Is the NBA good too? So
but I was about to say that.
But the NBA is already a machine.
Yeah, it's already a machine.
It's already a machine.
They're giving $300 million guaranteed contracts out. They can afford that. So
they can afford that. Where the WNBA is not that machine.
No,
so they have to.
They got to get to that point.
They get to that point where they can just throw money away and give them a piss poor product.
They ain't there yet. They ain't there yet. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if we'll be alive to see it. If they keep going on the way that they're going now and capitalize on the popularity,
we'll be alive in 10 years. You will see one of the two things. It's gonna either be one side of the spectrum. It's gonna take off, and the money's gonna be there. Now, I don't think it'll be a while for they get to NBA money, but the money be there where it be decent, or it's just gonna die altogether. So it's gonna be one side of the spectrum in 10 years.
I think that's a good idea right there from Bobby G.
I'll holler at Netflix on the exclusive streaming right to But if I'm Netflix, why would I take it? And I don't mean as a slight, but what is your selling point? I'm looking at your numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
your numbers
why I want that? You know what I'm saying? So that's they don't have nothing. Okay. The last year, the Women's March Madness was at 9.9 million. Mm-hmm. They jumped from that. I think the year before that it was like at 5 or something like that. They jumped almost 6 million.
And they damn sure gonna jump.
So my thing is, you look at the WNBA finals, it wasn't even, I think it was 1 million, if that. I remember the number. I remember seeing the number. I can't remember the exact number. I know it paled next to those. Put it that way. So, what is your selling point to Netflix? Why as a exec, and I'm looking at you, you come to me, hey, I want the exclusive rights for WNBA. Unless you package the deal, you know what I'm saying? You know, and package the deal with the NBA and the WNBA, I won't take it by itself.
Well, I like the premise of what Bobby G is saying. I just think it takes.
They need to. They not Netflix level. They Tubi level. They might want to stream rights on Tubi first. You know what I'm saying? Get the Tubi rights first.
No, sir. I'm the Tubi level, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Get the Tubi right first.
Hey, bro.
Then we worry about moving up to Netflix.
Well, so let me have this conversation about that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're already on ESPN, which is backed by Disney, which we know about the conglomerate that Disney.
Right.
So they're getting money. Now, my thing is now here's to Bobby G's point. If you go to the Netflix route, let them go to the Netflix, get more popularity, then have Disney come back and say, "Yo, I need to get you back on Disney,
baby, come back,
baby. I need that money, baby." Hey, I now if you do it that way to popularize the sport, popularize the content, and say, "Hey, now Disney, we know you the big dogs on the media world. Now you got to really open up your checkbook and fund this thing." That's how you get to stop having the players go overseas to get paid. That's how you stop just the $240,000 on the salary. That's how you get, because if they do it right, maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, we got the first woman making $1 million being a professional basketball player.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Playing for the WNBA.
Playing for the WNBA.
Not NIL, nothing like that.
No, by basketball. Not endorsements, not anything else. Just actual salary. That's their salary for playing in the WNBA.
And like, you know what I'm saying, and like I had said before, because I know a lot of people will say, well, they making $250 million. Yeah, I'm not trying to make the Latrell Sprewell argument talking I can't feed my family on that. You know, we know it's good money to people who not making that kind of money, but when you looking at when you comparing to the NBA counterparts, is a big a drastic difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's like, at least bring them up some more where they don't have to play overseas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because and what you don't realize, that's the highest paid player. Majority of them are making $50,000 or $60,000. They're not making that $250,000. That's your Diana Taurasi's and
Asia Wilson.
Well, not Asia Wilson ain't there yet, but yeah, that's your higher pay. I think Kelsey Plum's got a contract. I can't remember how much it was, but hers is in 100,000. So, you know, players like that. But that's not the story of all your players.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? They're making $50,000 a year. Yeah, maybe 60. That's no money.
Some of them have still got to go. Got to work at Kroger.
Yeah, and think about this: if you playing for the LA Sparks, you gonna have to get a roommate.
Oh, dog.
Making 50 grand, 60 grand. That ain't nothing in LA.
Not only a roommate.
You gonna have to get an OnlyFans, sell some pussy. You gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay, ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been real, man. On behalf of the homie Nick Shine, who despises talking about women's sports, the homie Amar, it's been real.
I'm just keeping it real for y'all. Okay?
Share, subscribe to the I.O.W. Sport. Hey, man,
we need somebody to help manage that pussy something. Hit me up. You got my Twitter information scroll across the bottom here.
You only want me for my juice.
You know what I'm saying? I got you, girl.
You know it's hard out here for a bill when they trying to get this money for the real.
Hey, it is hard out here for a bill.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Hey, but for real, honey.
Trying to buy pussy with EBT cards. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all take food stamp.
Y'all take food stamp. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I eat it. I should be able to buy it. Shit.
What the hell wrong with this man?
Okay, it's time to shut it down.
Yes. Hey,
Be real,
man,
y'all.
if y'all enjoyed the content, please go on over to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram. Most importantly, the YouTube channel, I.O.W Sports Network. Scroll on the bottom of your screen. Hit the Cash App, whatever. Follow, like, share, subscribe. Spread the word what we got going on, man. And join this I.O.W Sports Network movement. Hey, this fool, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. On behalf of the big homie Nick Shine, follow him in his Jets content. Proudly a Jets fan. Detroit Mail, No Name Podcast for you Detroit Lions fans. Follow me, Chiefs fans, Wildcard Chief, and all the various content that we got going on at I.O.W Sports Network. Just go to the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and you'll see us doing our thing. Hey man, it's been real, man. Go get that bread, y'all. It's hard out here for a pimp, man. It's hard, man. Hey man, it's been real, man. We will see y'all Thursday. Peace.